Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie Esther here, and today we're going to talk about the possibility of the return of Stranger Things to Dead by Daylight. There's some interesting information circulating today, and we're going to discuss that. But first, we're going to start off with Stranger Things tweet themselves that they put out yesterday, where they said, it's time to hit rewind. We're taking a look back on our time in Hawkins for Stranger Things Day. Stranger Things Day is the day that Will Byers disappeared on November the 6th. That's typically called Stranger Things Day. And I retweeted this in the spirit of Stranger Things Day, as I typically do. And I said, we would also like to hit rewind and return to Hawkins in Dead by Daylight on November 6th, Stranger Things Day. And y'all received this tweet very well. Almost 42,000 views, over 40 retweets, and almost 700 likes. So thank you all for that. I know there's a lot of you who want Stranger Things back just as much as I do. And I made a video about it about 6 weeks ago with my evidence that I did believe that Stranger Things was returning. I never believed the Slasher radio interview that Mathieu did. I always thought that that was double talk when he was talking about having talked to Netflix. If you've seen this video, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen this video, I can show you the evidence that I believe was the return of Stranger Things to Dead by Daylight. And if I am right about this, all of you who commented in the video and said, give it up, bro, I expect you all to go back and write me a written apology on your comment on that video that confirms that I was right. I might be wrong still. I don't know. Anyway, this was the last time I was in the Hawkins Lab. It's almost 2 years ago now, November the 17th, 2021. I'm confident that I was like the last person in the map, that I stayed in the game for 2 hours until the game automatically ended. Me as Nancy hanging out with the Demogorgon on the last day that we could before they closed that map off forever with the expiring Stranger Things license, Dead by Daylight. So this coming Monday, November the 6th, will be the 40th anniversary of Will Byers' disappearance. This is my tweet from last year, November 6th. You know, hoping that Dead by Daylight would come back to Stranger Things. What better time than on the 40th anniversary, though, right? What else we got here? And then I'll make some cheeky stuff here. This is the first script of season 5 for Stranger Things. I'm like, look, it's a clue DVD. It's all right there. It's a secret code for Stranger Things coming back to Dead by Daylight. Just tongue-in-cheek, you know. But the new evidence or new thing that people are very excited about is the return of Stranger Things to Fortnite. And the presumption is that if Netflix is on board to relicense their characters again in other video games, and perhaps they're also willing to license them again for Dead by Daylight. So this information comes from the two big leakers in the space around Fortnite. Sheena, who says, in case anyone was unsure about this, Chief Hopper and the Demogorgon are also returning to the item shop soon. Their shop assets have been updated in version 27. And iFireMonkey says both Demogorgon and Chief Hopper have been updated for the item shop as well. And take it a bit further, that says that 11 is going to be a character that you can play in Fortnite here. And it says 11 is the telekinetic teen who escaped Dr. Brenner and the Hawkins National Laboratory. I'm assuming this is all the data mine stuff out of Fortnite, the description of the character and things like that. These are all the Stranger Things cosmetics that are going to be added in Fortnite. Back bling number 1 is Hopper's Cabin Diorama. It's time to do our diorama. Back bling number 2, the Waffle Extravaganza, waffles on the go. Pickaxe number 1 will be Steve's Bat, a Harrington Monster Fighting original. That's the bat with all the nails in it. Pickaxe number 2 is Eddie's Spear, wielded by a true hero. And the emote is Telekinetic Power Breakfast, power up with waffles. So it's interesting that they could perhaps be getting 11 in Fortnite, because there's like this whole thing about minors in video games and violence against minors. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. But again, keep in mind that take this all for a grain of salt. Take this all with a grain of salt, because this is the same person who told us about 18 months ago that there was going to be a Dead by Daylight and Fortnite collab where we were going to get a Llama Charm in Dead by Daylight And in Fortnite, we were going to get a Meg Thomas skin, and that never happened. So again, you know, this is all food for thought, but take it with a grain of salt. None of this may come true. But of course, we would love it if we could get Netflix to agree to let the Stranger Things content come back 2 years after the license expired. We'd all love to see it come back in many different forms. I don't want to talk too much about speculate about what we could get, because November 6th is right around the corner. Presumably that would be when Netflix or Dead by Daylight would talk about this further. I am hearing some rumblings that the Hawkins map is being dusted off, so that would also lead me to believe that they're working on it or getting ready to relaunch Stranger Things. Even Mathieu, I'm not insulted, but when we did our annual interview with Mathieu this year, he said, look, if I had something to say about Stranger Things, no shade to you or to King, but I wouldn't be announcing it through you guys, right? Which is understandable. And that also just made me reaffirm my beliefs that it was coming. We just had to wait for the official announcements through official channels, which will presumably happen through Netflix and or Dead by Daylight to announce the return. I never lost hope. I never gave up on the idea of Stranger Things returning, and hopefully it is here and it's for real this time. Fingers crossed. Let me know what y'all think. Would you be I don't want to talk too much about what it could mean when it comes back, and what if it's going to be a new chapter, new killer, those kind of things. Let's just wait for the announcement and we can build on this idea in the future if it does come true. But you could start the conversation early if you want to talk about what legendary characters you would like to see, what killers you would like to see going forward, who you want to see from Stranger Things in Dead by Daylight, or are you just happy to see the chapter return with the characters that we have and nothing more than that, just because you either didn't get all the cosmetics that were available or you didn't get any of the characters at the time? I'd love to hear your thoughts on all that. And people have asked me, would I be excited to see my room return, my room, quote unquote. And, I would be excited to see it. If it doesn't, I would completely understand if it doesn't. And it wouldn't be something that would entirely sadden me, because for 2 years now, I've held on to this idea that, don't be upset that it's over. Just be happy that it happened. Right. And if you don't know the story about this, look at my main video on my channel about the secret of the Hawkins Lab video to know more about the story behind this. If it comes back, that's great. If it doesn't, I'm just more happy to have the content back, the entire community, over something that, only affects me. And besides, I got my souvenir anyway. How do you feel about your Hawkins map Easter egg being gone? I mean, same thing. Like, I'm just happy that it happened, and not going to be upset that it's gone. Plus, I got the souvenir. When they closed the map, I brought it home with me, so I have it right here. I have the souvenir. Got it right here with me always, in my heart and in my hands. So, yeah. So, what do y'all think about this? Very excited to hear that we could be getting the Hawkins Lab map and the Stranger Things license back at the bare minimum. The bare minimum. One would assume that if this is happening, that Dead by Daylight would also be interested in building on the license and going further with it. But that'll be a topic of conversation for another day. We'll see what Stranger Things Day brings if we have any announcements. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be on pins and needles waiting to see what the social accounts have to say on Monday. And hopefully we're closer than ever to seeing Stranger Things return to Dead by Daylight. And I, for one, am ecstatic about it. I hope you feel the same way. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I read everything that y'all write, so I'm interested to hear your point of view. And don't forget to take care of each other in and out of the fog, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Stranger Things Day. Bye-bye. It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life.